Need some inspiration for your next mailer? Then watch on. Hi, Chris from Email Blaster here, and today we're going to discuss how you can find some inspiration for your next email marketing campaign. Should you be completely original, or on the other hand, is it okay to be inspired by other companies around you? We're going to discuss the two arguments and the benefits and negatives of each. Firstly, let's look at how you can be inspired by other companies around you. Pablo Picasso once said that good artists copy, great artists steal. Now, if you look around, you can see companies all around the world borrowing ideas from each other. As a case example here, we can look at Apple, the wealthiest brand in the world, and since day one, they've always not been ashamed of being inspired by other companies. If we look at the mouse on your desk, first brought to market by Apple, but this idea was originally developed by Xerox. It was Steve Jobs and Apple's team who went to Xerox's Palo Alto Park and first saw the mouse. Exactly the same happened with the graphical user interface on your computer. Again, this was an idea developed by Xerox, but Apple thought they could do a much better job and brought it to market. Now, if we look at supermarkets in this country, we can see exactly the same thing happening here. We can look at Aldi's Super 6 on their fruit and veg. This idea is now being looked at and possibly inspired by other supermarkets such as Morrison's and the like. And again, supermarket petrol price wars. One supermarket will lower their price on petrol maybe by a couple of pence, and the other supermarkets will say, hey, I can do this as well, but I can do it a bit better. I'm going to lower my price by a couple of pence more than you. Now, how does this relate to your email marketing? Well, I'll suggest this. You can look at your competitors, companies around you, and companies you're interested in. I would look at subscribing to their email newsletters. This is a great way to keep an eye on what they're doing. If you see something you like the look of, make a quick note of it. So when you're developing your next campaign, you've got some ammunition ready to go of bits and pieces of tried and tested formula that works. Next, let's look at the counter-argument to this. You should be original. Now, if you look at any small business marketing guide, a huge section of it now is always email marketing. As another example, I was recently reading a book on how to market on the internet and how to gain more customers. A huge section of this book was devoted just to email marketing. We're all told we should do email marketing, which is great for us, but it's a great way of communicating with your customers. Now, this potentially raises the counter-argument that if you're being inspired by other companies, and everyone's doing email marketing, is your email going to stand out from the crowd, or are you just going to be a me too? Borrowing ideas from here and there, putting together your email campaign. Now, on that basis, you can look at being original. So, how can you be original in your next email marketing campaign? I guess that's easier said than done, and of course this area is completely subjective. In order to be original, I would suggest potentially looking at the following things. I don't like when I'm hit with email marketing campaigns that are just saying, our company's great, we've got this great offer, buy from me now. I personally tend to respond to emails that are trying to teach me something. I'm always interested to learn new things, and someone that's taken the time to write an article to teach me something, I'm much more receptive and I tend to read it. Now, another idea of how you can be original is something we're playing about with here at Email Blaster, is looking at putting a video inside your email marketing campaign. Now, research shows that people don't tend to like reading big walls of text. It's intimidating and you have the perception that it's going to take a long time to read it, I can't be bothered. But on the other hand, if you're adding video, well, it's easy. You just got to press the play button and you can sit back and watch it. Now, this is what's potentially sprung the huge industry around YouTube, and thousands upon thousands of people are now making full-time livings off just posting YouTube videos. So why don't you try that in your email marketing campaign? This may help you stand out from the crowd and be original. Take a YouTube video, talk about something you're knowledgeable about, post it on YouTube, and your email marketing campaign can link to it. Now, when we've been doing this on the Email Blaster videos, we find that our click-throughs are much higher than when we just do a standard text-based email. Another idea you can do to make your email seem more original is looking at adding a bit of personality to your email. This is something we touched on recent weeks. So potentially show your face, the face of your members of staff in your office, and get them to explain why your company's great and why you should buy from them. Again, this helps make your email seem more personal and less of a faceless company that people are not necessarily going to buy from. Finally, another idea that you could potentially contemplate is keep a notepad next to your desk. During your day-to-day activities, if you come up with a great idea, quickly write it down. The advantage here is, say, when it comes to Tuesday or Friday, when you're doing your next email marketing campaign, you're not sitting in front of a blank canvas thinking, oh, what am I going to fill this email with? But instead, you've hopefully got some ammunition that you've taken over the last week to put inside your email marketing campaign. Now, I hope this has given you a bit of food for thought, and I hope you found it quite useful. So, what do you think's better? Should your email marketing campaign be inspired by other people, or be completely original? Or is the correct answer maybe something in the middle? Let us know your experiences and what you think in the comments down below. Now, this is all for this week. I hope you found this useful. Be sure to check out the other videos in the series. Oh, and remember, like and subscribe. Come back next week.